In the last lesson, we imported SHL1 into Isaac Sim using the roster bridge. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to add physics and a ground plane to allow SHL1 to not fall to the abyss. So, the first thing we're going to do is that, assuming that you closed your window last time, we're going to bring SHL1 back into the scene. So right now it's not there. So two ways to do that is we can go to File, Open, and go to where you imported SHL1 last time. In my case was the desktop, into a folder called SHL1 Isaac. And you should see there a USD file that you can just open. And it's going to bring SHL1 back to the stage. The other way, we can start from a fresh scene. You can also look at the content browser at the bottom, and the same. You navigate to where it was saved, and you just drag and drop it into the scene. And there it is. We run the simulation, and it still falls to the abyss, right? Because we still don't have physics in the ground plane. So let's go ahead and try to add the physics and the ground plane. So we go to Create, Physics, and you see there's nothing there. Let's make sure to select the world, not SHL1, because we want to add the physics to the whole world. So go back to physics and physics scene. And you still don't see anything apart from seeing the physics scene on the right side there on the stage items. You don't really see any visual thing on the left side. And when you run the simulation, SHL1 still falls because although there are physics, there's gravity, things can collide now, but there's still no floor. So we have the physics in the physics scene, but we still need a floor. So let's stop the simulation. Let's go to Create, Physics, and then create a ground plane. Now there's a white ground plane there, pretty basic. If we run the simulation, now SHL1 doesn't fall. Now, to make it more obvious, I'm going to select SHL1. I'm going to make sure to select the Move tool. And I'm going to drag it up by dragging from this blue arrow. So now it's floating. But when I run the simulation, it falls from where I set it up. Okay, I can even make it more drastic. I can bring it even further up. And when I run the simulation, it'll just fall. But then it will hit the ground and stop there. So now we have physics and we have a ground plane. But this is pretty basic. It's not super interesting. Let's do better. So we can actually add a more complex scene from the preloaded scenes in Isaac Sim. So let's remove the floor and let's go to the content area, go to environments, and let's try adding a warehouse. So simple warehouse. Okay, sometimes I cannot double click the folder, so just expand there on the left. And then let's drag a warehouse to the stage. The first time it may take a long while for you. It should be faster after the second time. So there it is, and Sadrad is probably still floating somewhere. So yeah, it's probably still floating somewhere. I think I can run the simulation. It's just gonna fall back to the ground, and there it is. Yeah. Because remember, we lifted up right before when we only had the ground plane. So there it is. A more realistic world for our SHL1, not Sadrad. I keep calling it SHL1. If I remove the world, it just falls again. Let's add a bigger world, a nicer world. There's an outdoor scene, the only one, River Mark. It's quite large actually, and I'm gonna use it later for some navigation tasks. First time is gonna take a while to load, so be patient. Even the second time it takes a little bit of time, but the very first time you may even think that is not working, and Isaac Sim doesn't give you any indication of the loading or anything like that. So just wait. It's gonna load. Yeah, it's still loading. And there it is. Now you need to zoom out a bit, and there it is. Look, but SHL1 is still floating. Well, we run the simulation, and it falls to the ground. And there it is in a very nice outdoor environment where hopefully later we can do some navigation. Look at that. It's a very extensive outdoor world where we can test a lot of navigation and collision avoidance and things in the future. So here it is. Importing SHL and creating a very nice environment for it to run in. See you next time.